Hello there, Bick Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War Judgment, and this is my 3 stars declassified insane difficulty video guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 1-7. It is entitled Archives. So it said right there for the declassified that unhatched the clusters of the eggs. If you don't destroy them, you will have more centipedes. So how that can work to your benefit is if you leave any of the clusters not taken care of, you can potentially have, well, it's not potentially, but you'll have more centipedes to fight in room 2, which will equal more opportunity to get score for yourself. But I've done this chapter a number of times, and you honestly do not really need to do that. It's up to you, though. But once you get the cutscene, you'll begin fighting the Cerapede over here. Your gun reticle is not going to turn red unless it's aiming over the glowing part at its tail end. But you do deal damage even if you hit the other part of it, even if your reticle is just regular white. But you do want to try to get more damage off of it by shooting it from behind. Throwing the grenades and sticking it to them is very good too. I'm just going to get all the eggs. Okay, so there's 10 eggs in about 15 or so spots that alternate. So just look around top to bottom. You'll find them. It's not a very big area, but on the declassified, you do get a checkpoint, so it's potentially easier than going through this without the declassified. So what should you bring? The next room was a little bit of an experiment for me. So I'm gonna at about this time, you'll also be greeted with the second Cerapede. They're a little bit tamer than they were in Gears of War 3. They're not so keen on instantly killing you. The Retro Lancer works really good on them too. Sawed-off shotgun works well. So what I'm going to do in this room is I'm going to sprint all the way down. I'm going to cycle through the checkpoints until I get the ticker spawns, because I think they're a little bit easier. There's going to be a hole that spawns right there, out of which there will be some Scorcher enemies, and beyond the wall too there will be some Scorcher enemies. But on this part, it depends on how many of the eggs you've destroyed. So I've got all 10 destroyed, and there's 2 here. So if you are coming up short, you can run through the chapter again and just not destroy all of the eggs. Now, why the ticker spawn here, and what is the other spawn? My teammate tried to fucking kill me right there. I really get annoyed when that happens. They shouldn't be able to do that. Lost my train of thought. Oh, you either get tickers or you get lambent wretches. And you might say, well, tickers are just so deadly. Well, anything that blows up is deadly. So the tickers are pretty fast, but the lambent wretches have more HP, and they're easier to shoo over here after you set that proximity mine down. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Like I said, it was just an experiment for me. When you push up and get near to where that spot is, the hole will spawn. And I always get into a position where I get staggered by it, and it really annoys me. So I feel better when I can just seal it before it even spawns. There's a guy up there that you can kill using that exploding canister. And then you've got some more Scorchers over here. Beware of their flamethrower, though. It has a lot of range. There's also an Onyx cache over here too, if you want to pick that up. So just go for their backpacks. Them exploding can also seal the hole. Here is where the cache is, right over there. The next chapter is the final chapter of Act 1, and I would highly recommend, if you're having problems, that you take the boom shot. through this stage and into a 1-8. You can pick up a boom shot on the previous stage, and it's extremely helpful on this next part up here. I'm not going to get the breach shot, by the way, and I'm not going to start the next chapter with the boom shot, but I'm just letting you know that if you are struggling, it can significantly turn the odds in your favor just by dint of the splash that it does, because you're going to be put in a situation where you can't see very well, and it's just no fun. I will see you in the next video. Until then, please take care.